Hey guys, Happy New Year. I just woke up about 5 minutes ago, and I promised one of my YouTube subscribers who just bought a bait casting reel yesterday and is backlashing like crazy that I'd teach you guys how to set up a bait casting reel for a beginner. So first of all, let's go over the type of rod that you want. You want a rod that's not too, if you're shorter, you want a shorter rod, it'll be easier to handle. I'm kind of short, so I only got a 6'6" rod. A lot of taller guys and pros like using rods over 7 feet, but a 6'6" medium heavy rod is just about all you need. Then for the reel, for the line, what you want is you want to start off using monofilament. You don't want to use braid because it's really hard to get out backlashes, and you don't want to use fluorocarbon because it's really stiff and tangly and you're more likely to backlash. Monofilament is the easiest to handle, and that's what you want to start off using. And when you fill up the reel, if you can see here, the lip of the reel, you don't want to fill up the line past the, you want to leave about a 1/4 inch space between the amount of line and the metal part shown on the spool reel. So I got mine filled pretty tight, all the way up to even less than 1/8 of an inch, but I'm a little more experienced, so I can get away with that. So for you guys, you want to have a lot more of this metal spool showing than I do when you're spooling in your line. Alright, next we can go over the brake settings. When you're just starting off, you can stay there, Kimmy, don't move. When you're just starting off, if I release my, if I disengage my reel, the lure flies down. That's way too fast. You don't want to do that. That's exactly how you're going to get a backlash as a beginner, fisherman. So I'll show you again. When I release it, the lure just flies down, okay? So that's not what you want to do. As a beginner, you want to tighten down your cast control knob, which is located on the side of the reel. You want to tighten that down. So let's see, you want to tighten it down so that the lure slowly falls down. Let me try to get the right setting. Almost there. Pretty good. I think one more click should do it. Let's see what we got now. That should be pretty good. So you see when I release it now, when I release the disengage, the lure isn't moving, but if I just give it a slight bump, the lure falls down slowly. Okay? So that's exactly what you want. Then magnetic settings, you're either going to have centrifugal or you're going to have magnetic like I do on this Daiwa. You want to set them up to the highest possible. So this goes, mine goes from 0 to 10. I'm going to set it all the way to 10. And once you do that, you're ready to start casting. So the casting technique is you want to do a roll type cast. So I'll show you from the side angle. A roll cast is you're just going to make a loop, or you just go sidearm and lob it out there. You don't want to start off doing an overhead, because what happens a lot of times when you start off doing an overhead cast is you'll go back and you'll cast and boom, the lure is going to hit the ground and give you a monster backlash. So what you want to do is a sidearm cast where you go side to side like that. Start back and just go side to side. So when you're casting a bait casting reel, what you do is you disengage the line, you put your thumb on it, you take the line back, and right when you cast, you release your thumb. It's going to look like this. Okay? And the key is when using a bait caster, you watch your lure. As soon as the lure hits the water, or wherever you're casting, you need to put your thumb back on the spool to prevent backlashes. Okay, guys? So the reason that happens, the reason why you need to do that is because if you don't, the line will keep coming out from the spool and you'll get a big backlash. And let me show you what a backlash looks like. So I'm going to take it back, and this time I'm not going to put my thumb back on the spool, so you're going to see a big backlash. Cast out, no thumb, boom, the line keeps coming out. Oh, actually, on that one, I didn't even use my thumb. The line stopped coming out because, one, I put my brakes up high, and my cast control knob set properly. So I guess even if you set them properly, anyone can cast efficiently. So I'll show you guys that again. that how the cast control knobs actually work really well. I'm going to cast out, not even use my thumb. No backlash, okay? So if you set it up just like I did, you shouldn't have any problems. But let me show you guys a trick to get the backlash out, just in case you do backlash. So I'm going to backlash on purpose now. Casting to the ground. Alright, so I have a little backlash here. So what you want to do when you have a backlash is you put your thumb on the spool and you slowly pull out line. Okay? So if you put your thumb on the spool, that makes pulling out the line easier. And I was going to show you a trick, but it looks like my backlash wasn't bad enough to do it. Well, let's pretend that you get to a point in the backlash where it gets stuck. What you want to do if you get stuck, you put your thumb on the reel and you reel the handle a couple times, and that'll pull the backlash right out. Okay, so you guys can. That's a well-known trick of many experienced anglers, so you can watch that on YouTube if you need help on that. All right, so let me just demonstrate. Oh, I got a little tangle in here. Looks like I got a little knot. Oh, there we go. So let me just demonstrate the sidearm cast a couple more times so you guys can see. If you want to do a higher level sidearm cast, you can do a roll cast where you roll 360 degrees and then cast out. That, you get a little more distance. And if you want to try the overhand cast, all you got to do is you bring lure back, sling it out. Okay. And eventually, as you become an expert angler, what you're going to do is you're going to slowly decrease the magnetic settings and the cast control settings. So what I do is, my settings is I roll the cast control knob all the way down, and you want it rolled down so that when you touch the spool right here, it doesn't move side to side. So you want it just tight enough so it doesn't move when you go side to side. Then for the magnetic settings, usually I keep it at, it goes from 0 to 10, I usually keep it around 6 or 7 to get a maximum casting distance. Then I can cast probably some lures I can cast up to 75 yards. A lot of lures I usually cast in the 30 to 40 yard range. Alright, and that'll be all for today. Happy